Okay. I think you know whatever is happening is happening. Now our mics are acting, but
No. Thank
well.
Oh.
Anyway. Good evening, y'all, and welcome to the Bougie Divas. I don't know what's going on with us, and today is Whatever Wednesday, and we are doing a segment called "Am I the Asshole?" And what that is, we just go on Reddit and find different little stories that we can read, and then we'll have debate about it.
Yeah.
This one today, I don't know. It kind of touches home for me, and she thinks it's just completely hilarious. I don't know if I want to think it's hilarious or not because it's a pet peeve for me,
Yeah.
and people think it's funny, but no, I'm dead serious when I talk about it.
She definitely is.
Okay, this one is: Am I the asshole for insisting on no kids at the engagement party? Okay, let's get into it. My partner and I have been at odds over our engagement party and it's driving me crazy. We really do have a wonderful relationship, and this isn't symptomatic or awfulness, but we just cannot see eye to eye on the party. We got engaged over Christmas and had planned on throwing ourselves a chill engagement at a brewery or something the first weekend of May. But now we're having it at our brand new house on a bunch of land, which is so exciting. The problem is he now sees it as a housewarming. And I'm trying to keep it to people we're going to invite to our wedding so we can talk about our wedding plans and focus on our families meeting and keeping it chill. My antisocial mom, yes, I have one of those too, even tried to get out of coming, and I convinced her by promising the party would be small. She and my stepdad are flying in, as is my adult niece. His family is driving hours to get here. Fiance and I went back and forth endlessly with them, trying to enlarge the guest list and me trying to cut it down. We finally compromised on like 60 people, down from his 100 and up from my 30. We also landed on no kids, mostly on my account. Oh, the I'm sorry. I'm reading this as we're sitting here, and some of the language in here she couldn't type. He doesn't particularly want them there either, but he doesn't think it would be a big deal if they came. I just want it to be small and easy, and we also have mini bikes and other new farm nonsense. I want the adults to be able to F around on and not deal with a bunch of kids crying because they can't use them or, God forbid, hurting themselves. But now, a couple of his good friends are saying they might not be able to come without their kids. My reaction is that sucks, but it is what it is. Let's have a bigger housewarming party later and invite them then. He doesn't want to, says a few people are coming from out of town for this one and won't be able to come another in a few months. He nicely suggested I reconsider yesterday. Am I a dick for saying hell no?
Okay.
I shouldn't have written that. My response was just hell no. I just meant I held firm when he asked. We did communicate nicely about it. It was more like that's too bad, but no. Let's hold firm on this, please. I guess I'm looking for validation that it's okay to hold firm on this. The friends in question are really lovely people, and I'm sad for him that they have to miss it, but I have absolutely 100% watched them let their combined horde take over breweries, screaming and playing, and I would be so upset if they let them take over this party too. I'm in 100% total agreement with her. Yes, I am. Yep, no kids, none. No kids whatsoever, none. Nope. Not at my engagement party. Not gonna happen. Nope. Because I'm not dealing with no bunch of cheerings running around, tearing up stuff. I just can't do it. Sorry.
So, my point of view, I've been in a situation where I wasn't able to take my kids certain places, so I didn't go. So, I understand that, but
no.
Also, for an engagement party, I would definitely say no. But if hubby is trying to make this a housewarming, kids can come.
No, they cannot.
Yeah.
No, because you are not getting ready to tear up my new house. Period. Point blank. I'm not. No. Because people do not know how to control their children. You sitting up there. No,
that's why it should be established up front.
No, but
it should be established up front. If you bring your kids,
no.
If you bring your kids, it should be XYZ. Like you lay down the ground rules before they even get there.
Nope.
During the planning, okay, no kids can blah 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 blah, so forth and so on. But I would say if it was just the engagement, I completely agree. No kids.
No kids at all, because people do not know how to control their kids. And that's just that. It is.
What?
No, because
it's not about you.
But it's my house.
It's a compromise.
It's my house. But
if hubby says yay,
no,
it's a compromise.
No, it
has to be a compromise. That's what being married is.
Will be no compromise on bringing kids. If it's an adult party and there is nothing there for the kids to do, the kids don't need to be there, because I'm not watching your kids. Because 9 times out of 10, if there's alcohol, you're going to be over in the corner, overindulging on the alcohol, and your little brats is going to be running around tearing my shit up. No. Now, if they 16, 17, yeah, we could probably create some TikTok booths off in the corner. They can go on over there with their phones and do whatever. But if they youngins, nope. Nope.
Can't agree.
Nope. Because, look, I don't even like going in places where I know a bunch of kids is going. Right. Or a bunch of kids going to be at. Because there's a store. What's that store on Pendleton Pike? Shoppers World. I will not. My mama go in that store. I will not go in that store because it's entirely too many damn kids running around, kicking up, hiding up under stuff. Do you know how many times I want to stick my foot out and send them flying across the room?
This situation is different.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
The main reason I say that is because if we're looking at it, they're getting engaged. So if let's just say I was getting engaged and my husband he wants kids to be at our engagement or housewarming or whatever. I have to compromise with this. I have to. We have to find a silver line here. The silver line would be literally reaching out. Okay, these are the rules if you were to bring your kids. It still has to be on the table. Point blank, period. You can't just sit there and say, no kids, da 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 da. When he has friends with kids that he wants to come. But basically, you're telling him his feelings and his
Find the babysitter. Find the babysitter.
It's not always that simple.
Find the babysitter or don't come. I'm sorry,
simple.
You ain't and the brand new house that they just moved into. You ain't gave me time to break it in, and you think I'm gonna want all of your little chillins, your chitterlings, your cheerings running through my house? Nope.
It's about compromise.
And we ain't compromising that. Marriage because I feel like this, an engagement party, that is not a kid's affair. It's not. So why would I?
But
no.
If hubby wants to make
I don't give a damn.
You should.
I should not.
That's why you're single.
And I'm proud of that. I don't.
You have to compromise.
Because if I don't want a bunch of kids, especially if I don't have a bunch bunch of little ones running around my house tearing my shit up. I don't want somebody else's little ones running around my house tearing my shit up. Look.
Who says?
Kids get to touching shit and not. No.
When you was a kid, did you fondle and touch?
Look. If
when
somebody
was a kid, did he fondle and touch it? Lie again. I babysat so many times.
No, he didn't.
Shit.
Nope. It is what it is. I don't want. No. Yeah. Nope.
No. You gotta compromise.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Because if it's my engagement party, that means it's my special moment. I'm not worried about
I understand.
So
that.
no.
But
no.
The issue is the husband or fiance is also making this a housewarming.
But that's his fault that he chose to change it up. When we already went into it talking about what this was gonna be. So no, just because we got a new crib, no.
It's a center line there.
Ain't no silver line, ain't no center line. No. I don't want your kids in my house.
Relationship, and it's gonna always be some compromise.
Well, this one I ain't.
Regardless.
Because this is gonna be about me and my special day. I don't want Johnny, Joe, and Sally with little Molly and Marie over here in the corner. No. Because I'm a knick-knack person. I like little knick-knacks.
Yeah, me too.
You turn over anything that you ain't supposed to touch, you gonna get a knick-knack paddywhack. You and your mama.
Like I said.
No.
It has to be some compromise.
Nope.
It has to be.
I'm sorry. I don't want nobody to think that I don't like kids.
She don't.
It's not that I don't like kids. I'm annoyed easily. I don't like unruly children. I don't like smart mouth kids. I don't like kids that don't know how to sit down. So yes, that bothers me. And I can say that because Jalen was different. Jalen knew how to go in the room and sit his ass down. See what I'm saying?
Sometimes. I didn't catch Jalen when he was younger.
Well, he didn't do that stuff around me. He didn't do that stuff at his dad's.
It been many days that Jalen took off running down the street.
He didn't do that stuff at his dad's house. He didn't do any of that. So I'm not even gonna say
you don't like a kid being a kid, just like you don't like a dog being a dog.
It's not the fact that I don't like a kid being a kid. A kid needs to be a kid in certain places. There's a time and a place.
No!
Yes, there is a time and a place for everything.
You can't ask a 5-year-old to act like they're 35.
If you're going to somebody else's home, don't touch nothing. Don't look at nothing. Get in and no. If they got a separate area for you to go play in, that's different. But you are not sitting up under the ground. But you are not sitting up under the ground, folks. That's what's wrong with these kids now.
Yeah, the sitting under the ground people. I get that 100% because I do not allow my kids to be in my conversation.
No.
But at the same time, with this situation, there has to be a center line here and some compromise on both ends.
A bunch of kids at a housewarming party.
What do you mean?
Thank you. If they ain't yours, why would you want a bunch of kids running around a housewarming party?
If my friends have kids,
nope.
Bring them.
Nope, they can't.
If I specifically say
if they are under a certain age, no, no, nope.
Kids gonna be kids.
I don't care. But then again, we as parents need to tell our kids sit down.
True.
And there's a lot of parents that don't do that. That will
allow
their kids to run around and tear up other people's shit. And then when you gotta look at them like you gonna pay for that, they looking at you crazy.
Once again,
now if I bust your kid's head to the white meat.
That's where the compromise comes into place. The compromise comes in where you let the parents know ahead of time, not the day that they get there, not when they pull up in your driveway, not when they on the flight or driving on the interstate. You let them know ahead of time the rules.
I ain't letting them know shit.
Period. You can't just you with this type of situation. It's not just you. It's not like you're the only one having this party.
Look,
y'all are
he
having
can build him a damn tent outside, but you ain't coming in the house. How about that?
They're not dogs.
You ain't coming in my house.
They're not dogs.
That's it.
You gotta be realistic.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I am being realistic.
That's not
they
realistic.
can have their own little separate play area outside. Especially
I understand the
especially if it's nice outside. take your asses outside. You ain't gonna be. I'll put y'all some coolers, some snacks, and something else out there, but you ain't gonna be running in and out of my house. The only time you come in the house, and matter of fact, I may put a porta potty out there too, so you ain't gotta come in the house at all. How about that?
Realistic.
Yeah, that is realistic.
Realistic.
How is that not being realistic? How
you're treating the kids like they're nothing. Like you're not welcome in here. No. I don't want to be friends with anyone like that.
Hey.
Point blank period.
After a certain age, when they are a certain age, no, I don't.
I want my kids to come where I am. I want them to feel comfortable just like me. I don't want my kids to be walking on eggshells when they walk in somebody's house.
Well, don't come in my damn house.
Right. That's what I was going to say. In that case, don't bring them.
Come in my house.
I will not come and they will not come.
Don't come in my house.
But when it's not just you, you're talking about you. If you get a husband or fiance in the future, what are you going to do when he says, okay, let's just say my granddaughter wants to come over? What are you going to do? You can't tell the man no. If y'all are engaged, you tell him no, he's leaving. I don't care what nobody say. If you can't accept my family, I can't accept you because we come as a package. Me, my kids, and if I have grandkids, we come as a package. So if I'm living here, my kids or grandkids are welcome to come and go as they please. Just like you and Jalen go over your mamas and daddies with no problems, no issues, regardless.
But
it's a package deal.
He knows how to sit down.
True.
And if you have not taught your kids any manners or anything, know how to go and sit their ass down somewhere, then you know your kids need to be invited anywhere. And that's just how I feel.
You're looking at the worst part, the worst case scenario. I'm looking
at it all the way around.
Let's be realistic.
I don't want them.
Let's be realistic.
Certain types of parties, kids, I don't care, should not be there. And for him to go back and switch it up to wanting it to be a housewarming party, no, because now I feel like you've taken the focus off of what we was planning this party for in the first place.
That I agree with.
So no, it's going.
But we still have that compromise there because it's not just about the wife. It's not just about the husband. It's about both of them coming together and finding that center line where they can agree upon whether yay or nay for kids.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I guess I'm the asshole, and I will be that. I will be that asshole because I'm sorry. I don't want somebody with a bunch of unruly ass children touching all over me. I'm just saying I don't want no people with. It is what it is because most of these kids got smart ass mouths. They touch shit that they ain't supposed to be touching. If they
that's what kids do.
But no, I'm not even getting ready to say that's what kids do because no. If you tell your kids, keep your hands to yourself.
And on average.
Well, I don't know because I don't have a whole lot of friends with little kids. And that's just that. And I'm glad because I don't do little kids. I just don't. I cannot. They like
which is why you're so stern with your answer. But as a mother,
I'm a mother too.
You didn't let me finish. As a mother that have been in a shitload of thousands of kids at once, I mean, this is what I used to do. I used to keep kids 24/7.
Nope.
So I'm going to just put it out there like that. I mean, me personally, I have friends that don't have kids, but I also have friends that have kids, and you know the difference between them are the ones that do have kids, they're less likely to do as much. The ones that don't have kids, they're like, okay, I ain't got time for kids. They're like you, I ain't got time for that.
I don't. Because
if it's your friend,
no.
And you want your friend to celebrate this engagement or
it is
whatever
what it is,
then I mean there has to be compromise.
No, it don't.
It does.
No,
it does.
Not in the
it's not just about you.
Not
it's
in
not
the
just
least.
about what the woman wants. You also have to include the fiance, the husband, or soon to be husband.
You know what?
Like,
it's his fault for trying to switch it up in the middle. So,
and once again, I agree with that.
No, if I've already,
but I also understand where he's coming from.
No, I don't know, because if I've already planned it out a certain way, and within that plan, kids were not involved, we're not getting ready to go back and revamp the plan.
Why?
Because we're not. I didn't already put enough into it.
Why?
Because if I've ordered food, if I've ordered drinks, if I've ordered all of this stuff and did all of this stuff.
But what if you haven't?
I don't care. It's still no.
So you are no compromise.
No, because there's certain types of parties that kids should not be at.
And I agree with that.
Because I feel like this. When I get married, I don't want anybody under the age of 13 at my reception. When and if I do, that's just that.
I'm not going to agree.
Hey.
To a certain time, I agree. After a certain time,
no,
kids go.
If you lucky, you getting up to the age of 13. Because typically, I would say, my wedding, my reception is no kids allowed.
You want a 2-people wedding?
It is what it is. But if people really wanted to be a part of it and be involved, because I know. Wait a minute. Let me finish. This is how I look at it. If I was a parent and I had a young child, if I'm going to a party, I'm going to enjoy myself. So I'm going to do everything in my power to find somebody to watch my child so I can go and enjoy myself and don't have to be sitting there on the P's and Q's watching my child, or every time my child does. No, I'm not. It's a respect thing, because I wouldn't want to bring my child into that environment like that. That's just me.
Personally, I'm gonna put it out there. I mean, where I go, my kids can go. Now, you say, like we said, certain situations, certain events, kids are not allowed. Point blank, period. Inappropriate stuff, yes, completely agree. My birthday parties are always inappropriate. My kids will not and cannot come. Point blank, period. But weddings, receptions, that type of thing,
no,
yes, they will go. After about 9 o'clock, okay, it's time to drop them off to where they need to go for their sitter.
Because I'm not getting ready to make no double trips. Because once I leave, I'm leaving. I'm not getting ready to leave, go drop the kids off and come back.
Why?
I'm not going to do that. Because then that's jumping into my time. I went to get a break. So I'm not getting ready to bring them with me, get to having a good time, and then 9 o'clock I gotta leave, go take my kids to the babysitter and come back. Hell no! Because once I leave,
I did it.
Once I leave, I'm done for the night and I'm going home. I'm not going to drop them off and then come back. Hell no, I ain't doing all of that. Gas is too damn expensive.
That's true. But
I ain't doing it.
I mean, if from my perspective, you come to me and you say, look, I'm getting married on such and such date, but kids ain't allowed, guess what? You ain't that important.
I may not be that important to you, but
because at the end of the day, my kids,
nothing is going to ruin my day. So that's just that.
When do kids? I mean, Mama had a shitload of kids at her wedding.
That was hers. This is mine.
What happened at the wedding?
Is hers.
No, I'm saying
that
what happened.
Was hers. This was mine.
What happened at the wedding with the kids that made the wedding so bad?
It wasn't a shit ton of kids at your mama's wedding. It was not. No, I don't remember it being a shit ton of kids there.
You had Pawpaw's side that all of us was within the same age.
I don't remember.
And I know that I was between 10 and 11.
No, that's just what it is.
All of us were around the same age.
I don't want that. I just can't do it.
You really do need to stick with, like you said, you like the men with no kids. That's definitely great for you, but they can't have, even if they do have kids, they really can't have grandkids. Because grandkids are going to be younger.
Not necessarily.
They just can't come around.
Not necessarily.
Help me out.
It's a certain age of kids that I cannot tolerate. And that's just that. It is what it is. Because I know how Jalen was. And I know every child is not like Jalen. So my way of dealing with that is staying the hell away from it. And that's what I do. I stay away from it. Because I cannot. I will stick my foot out and trip one of them little munchy cheese in a minute because I can't do it.
Don't get me wrong. I got an issue with a lot of these new breeds. But
running around
I'm
stores.
still never going to put... I'm never going to expect a child to act older than their age.
I'm not saying that I'm expecting a child to act older than their age. But I'm saying that if you bring your kids, have that conversation before you come in my house. Sit down or go play.
Didn't I just say?
And a lot of kids don't want to do that, especially these younger ones. They want to stay up under their mama's left titty and do whatever and
toddlers
sit and toddlers no. Go outside.
No.
If you are anywhere, there's a playroom upstairs. Put them in the playroom.
I can account several times my mama has went places when I was little. I was right here, literally sitting on the floor with my bag of goodies, as they used to call me the bag lady.
Playroom.
And I sat there.
There's a playroom upstairs. There's a playroom upstairs. There's a playroom upstairs. Mommy. Man, look.
My kids is 17, 20,
she got
and 13.
one more time to interrupt me with mama, while I'm having a conversation. And I may put a piece of tape across her mouth. Nope.
That's what kids do.
That's the problem. Kids being kids. No, it ain't kids being kids. Because if you treat and show your kids how to be respectful and have manners, no.
My kids are respectful, have manners, have respect,
these little
morals,
ones,
and everything else. And this is what Mama.
And Jalen didn't do that shit because Jalen knew if I'm sitting there having a conversation with somebody, don't interrupt me because you might get your head knocked off.
That's because you're aggressive.
No, I'm not aggressive. No. But if I'm sitting here I'm having an adult conversation and I'm in a room full of adults, 1, you have no business being in there. 2, I don't call it aggressive. 3, what? Because growing up, grandma would knock this. I'm not talking about ours. But if you sitting there in an adult's conversation in the room, or you go
butting in,
or you mess with grandma while she on the phone, you're gonna get your head knocked between the washer and the dryer. Because why? You're not in a child's place.
Can't agree. Our grandmother wasn't like that.
Did I just not say that?
Because grandma was a real grandmother.
Did I just not say that?
No, but those aggressively grandparents. If my grandchild, if I'm having a conversation, and I do this all the time, regardless if it's not business, if I'm sitting here, I'm shooting the shit with so-and-so, and my daughter comes in, which they do, come in, mom, blah, 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 blah. You know, hold on real quick. Let me see what she got to say. Once I find out that it's not important, okay, come back later.
Wait till I'm done.
I always give my kids the benefit of the doubt when they're trying to tell me something.
Because, and I feel like this. Oh, I have an open door policy with Jalen too.
So
always
if they
have.
come to me,
but he
I'm
also
listen.
knows
if it's not important, you
that
can wait.
if I'm having a conversation, whether it's work, business, personal, friendly, whatever, you wait till I'm done. And he still does that at 26.
I get that.
So,
but
yeah,
realistically,
he still does that at the age of 26.
Realistically, kids are going to always be kids.
But hey, if you teach them some things, they'll learn when they walk in someone else's house that I need to treat this as if I'm in church or whatever, and go sit my ass down somewhere. Because every child is not, look.
No, every child don't run well.
And every child is not. Look, children are meant to be seen, not heard half the time. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. I can't deal with kids just running around. Just like my apartment is right here at the park. I can't stand being down here. That's why when I go sit out on the patio, it's dark and everybody gone to bed, because all these little girls that live around, all you hear is kids running around screaming. That shit gets on my nerves.
Kids being kids, they're having fun.
I don't want to hear all of that.
That's what.
Because I asked my son.
I would rather them have fun than be out here getting in trouble.
I ask my son that all the time. Why do all of these little girls around here got to squeal?
Girls been girls, goddammit. I live with a house full.
I can't do the squealing.
When we do birthday parties, sleepovers, that's all you listen to.
The squealing. No, squealing.
The screaming, the cackling, the laughing, the loud talking, the yelling. That's what I deal with.
Talking and all of that is fine. I cannot deal with squealing.
That's what girls do.
No.
I'd rather them to be on the playground being a kid. They can go be
kids all day long. But everything that you do, it's a little girl out here that this child can be walking by herself and she's squealing for what?
Because that's what she
does.
I have a 17-year-old that goes through the house making weird noises 24/7. And
I do that too. I do it too, but still, when it's a bunch of them,
kids being kids.
No, nope. And that's why I stay in my room with my windows closed. I don't go sit out on my patio in the summertime till I know all of these kids are in the bed.
Yeah.
Cause it's quiet out here. The only thing I hear is the drippage from the little pool, and sitting in my office during the day when they out of school and at the pool. Jesus Christ! Because I smoke in my office, I have to keep my window open. There's some days I just want to slam that some bitch shut, and because I can't do the squealing.
That's just what
I cannot do the squealing. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all cannot like me. Y'all can hate me. Y'all can do whatever, say
kids
whatever.
Gonna be kids.
But
I'd rather for them to stay in a child's place than try to be a grown woman or man. That's when things go south.
Just because I prefer a child to come in, sit down, or go off somewhere and play. If there's a separate area for kids to play in, if that does not mean that I want them to be older than what they are, that does not mean I'm trying to make them be an adult. I'm just saying, go be a kid over there in the kids'
So what
zone.
you gonna do when Jalen have a baby? If Jalen have a baby,
I'm pretty sure Jalen will have a decent enough woman to know if I take her around grandma, she better be on her best damn behavior. That's just it.
So you don't want your grandchild to be comfortable coming over your house?
I'm not saying that she wouldn't be comfortable.
She or he.
I'm not saying that he, she, it, whatever. Him, her, the pronouns, them, they, theirs, cat, dog.
But if you're basically what I'm hearing from you is that if your son was to have a baby,
damn it,
then they would literally have to when coming over their nana's grandmother, whatever you want to call yourself. If they were to come over your house, they wouldn't be able to be themselves as a kid.
And I would have a place big enough where they got their own shit. They got their own. If we're having a get together, they will have their own area to go in. But if they're just at my house, just to be at my house, coming to visit, and there's nobody else here, that's a different story. We're talking about a party. Kids being at parties. That's a different story. That's something totally different.
My kids have went to several parties. Several.
It's just I don't agree with.
And the most that has happened when my kids were at a party was Mackenzie. No, all three of them had chocolate going down the front of their dress.
I just don't agree
That's
with
it.
kids being in adult settings. I don't.
I mean, like I said, the if it was completely an engagement party, I agree. But with this being,
That's what I'm saying. She
The
wanted to
house-
keep it as just an engagement
Right.
party.
but she also has a mate that she also has to compromise
But
with.
he also needed to understand that there's a time and a place for everything. Right now, we're planning our big day. So kids don't need to be involved in that. If they're not in the wedding, if they're not doing anything, they don't need to be there. Y'all can not like me. Y'all can talk about me. Y'all can say whatever. I stand firm on that.
So what about his friends that he want there that's coming from a different state that wouldn't be able to basically make another?
You better
trip down
find
there?
a nanny and bring her with you.
That's no compromise.
You better find a nanny and bring her with you.
That's not compromise.
You better have an older sibling. They better have an older
But
sibling.
what if they don't?
Yeah, hey, sorry.
That's not compromise.
Hey, you better bring
Being
a
in a
nanny.
relationship is about compromise.
You better. I don't have to compromise with his damn friends if I don't want to.
If he wants
Because
so
them is his friends, not mine.
you guys are becoming a unit.
A unit or not, I don't have to be friends with his friends. I don't have to communicate with his friends. See, that's the problem with people and relationships. They want to be friends with everyone.
Nobody said that she had to be friends with his friends. What I'm saying is she has to compromise. These are his friends.
They're his friends,
and
not mine.
he is also marrying her.
But she's not marrying his friends. She don't have to deal with his friends.
But it is called
They're
compromise.
They're his friends, not hers.
It's called compromise.
They are
Yes.
his friends and not hers. So, because that's the problem. Everybody want to be friends with everybody's family and friends. We don't have to be. Baby, you don't have to like my friends, and I don't have to like yours. We don't have to entertain each other at all.
But if he wants, so this is about her.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what you're telling me. This engagement party is she's getting engaged to herself.
And most weddings about the female.
Listen, the engagement. You're telling me she's getting engaged to herself because it's all about who she wants there, not who he wants there, but about who she wants there.
You see, she already had to cut it down from 100 to 60. He wanted 100 people there. No, because I don't, like I said, I don't have to be friends with his friends.
But he wants his friends there.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
Once again, that's the selfishness.
I don't care. I don't have to be cool with his peoples.
This can make or break. In some relationships, this can make or break because
if I have to be in a relationship with somebody and I have to be all up in their friends and family's face all the time,
no one said that. These are people that's coming from out of state.
There's video chats.
You're telling me that
there's video chats.
Basically, his feelings don't matter.
I didn't say his feelings don't matter.
How not?
I didn't say his feelings don't matter.
Not?
But I don't have to be friends with your friends.
Nobody said you have to be friends.
And then on top of that, if your friends can't understand it, then they ain't your damn friend. How about that?
That's bullshit.
No. Mm-mm.
That is the true asshole.
Yeah, well, I'm an asshole then. Well, then I'll be that.
It
Sorry.
has to be some compromise there.
No, it's compromise. We're not compromising on the kids. I'm sorry.
It has to be compromised
because that's just what it is. We're not great compromise on the children.
It has to be compromised.
Yeah, that's just that.
You gotta compromise somewhere. I mean, I get both point of views. Point blank. Period. I do. Because I wouldn't want no kids at my engagement party, and that'd be flat out. But at the same time, if my husband or future husband says, okay, one of his 2, 3, 4 his best friends, they are coming from out of state, and they want to come, but they have to bring their kids. Okay, we're going to lay down some ground rules about when the kids come.
Mm-hmm.
But see, me, personally, I'm going to always include the kids, and I'm going to make sure that I have something for the kids to do. Because me, I have more shit for the kids to do than the adults. Because I'm more kid-friendly than adult-friendly. So there's a difference on my behalf. But at the same time, you're engaged. This is not all about
we're just engaged. We ain't married yet.
I mean, that's letting you know
we ain't married yet.
This is going to be a one-sided marriage.
We ain't married yet. No, that's not letting them know that it's going to be a
If
one-sided marriage.
he wants to have something where his friends can bring his kids,
well, then you have something later. But this right here ain't for the kids. Sorry.
But he said that they won't be able to make it.
Well, then that's his friend's fault, not mine. That's his friend's fault, not mine.
Compromise.
No, not compromising on the kids. I'm with her on that one.
It can
I'm
definitely
with her
be
on
a
that
compromise.
one. Mm-mm.
It can definitely be a compromise.
Build them a damn tent outside and put a porta potty out there.
No, they're not. They're not animals.
They're
kids.
Put them a playland outside.
I mean, in that case,
put a playland. If
they're going to be treated like prisoners,
put a playland.
Bring them.
If it's nice outside and I got a big enough amount of land, and the way she was talking about, they got quite a bit of land. Put a play area out there for them,
and so the kids can come.
And let them play. But you will not be running around my house.
Agreed.
If you I still don't want it. That's just that, because then that means I have to spend more money to accommodate your children.
I mean,
especially if I don't have none.
If you got friends with kids,
especially if I don't have none,
you should know that it's gonna always be more money when throwing something, because you do
I don't have to include kids. I don't.
I know you don't.
I don't.
But I'm just saying in general.
No.
The average will also know, okay, I got so-and-so, she got 3 kids, I got so-and-so, he got 4 kids, I got so-and-so, they got 1. And I'm going to compromise with that.
I'm put a disclaimer on this. If this keeps me single, it keeps me single. And I will deal with that. Because I don't, it is what it is. I've never been that fond of little kids that are not my family or whatever, or I just don't, because people don't know how to make their kids mine. People don't know how to make their kids sit down. And that's my biggest issue with it. Because I go to the nail shop. I want to go to the nail shop to be comfortable. Getting my little pedicure chair and getting my little massage on in my little pedicure chair. I'm not trying to hear Sally, Sue, and Jane running through the nail shop. Mama back here getting
I agree with it.
Mama back here getting her pedicure, and you up there squealing and squawking and everything else.
But
no,
at the end of the day,
if you ain't getting service, don't bring them.
It's a way to look at that. That's a way to look at it, but it's also a point of view of looking at it from my standpoint. My standpoint, I'm a full-blown have-been and will always be a single mother.
I have two.
You got one. You got a boy that does not go to nail shop.
Jalen used to go to the nail shop with me, and he set his ass in the front of that nail shop when I was getting service and was quiet.
Right. It was just one.
It don't matter.
Just
1, 2, 3, 5, 20.
They simple. They fine.
1, 3, 5, 20.
If you expect me to take, let me just take it back. Let me see. My kids, 7. So let's just say 10, 8, and what? Mackenzie would have been 4, 3 or 4. I go to the nail shop. I ain't got no babysitter. I want to do this for me, so I'm gonna take my kids with me. Am I gonna expect them to sit there and shut the hell up the entire time that I'm getting my nails done? Fuck no. You know why? Because they're siblings. They're girls. They're gonna play.
This is how I look at that. If you know you didn't have no babysitter, wait till you can get one before you go in there. Yeah, because the nail shop to me,
money can find a babysitter to watch your kids while you
when
at
I
work.
go get when I go get my nails done, or my pedicure, that's my relaxation time.
I understand what it is for you.
So to sit in there, and I already can't
but
stand.
You're in public too.
I already can't stand that Tanisha over here are FaceTiming somebody and I'm listening to their whole conversation.
True.
And
as an adult.
And I got Jackie over here smacking on some damn Burger King or something. The nail shop is my time for relaxation.
Your time.
And I don't feel like that going into, and there's a lot of places that don't allow you to bring kids if they're not being serviced.
And that should be on the door.
So
if the people that work in the nail shop, if they don't say nothing, what can you say? That's not your place of business.
Here's my thing: you should do it out of respect for other people.
If I don't have a sitter, then I'm gonna do what I have to do.
Exactly, out of respect. Exactly.
If I don't have a sitter, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I done been in situations like this, so I mean, what you're saying, it makes sense. But at the same time, coming from the things that I done went through and where I've had to take my kids because I did not have a sitter, I can't see your point of view. I can't agree. Let me put it like that. Because I've been there.
I can't do it.
I've been there. It's so much now that you can't.
I can tell you right now, if I walk up,
you can't trust daycares.
No.
You can't trust schools. You can't trust family members. Who the hell can you trust with your kids? Me. So therefore, my kids are going to be with me where I go.
Need to be in certain places.
But you're saying that. I guess my thing with the nail shop is if the owners ain't saying nothing, what you. I mean,
they may not be saying it in English, but they saying it.
But they're not putting them out.
They don't. We don't know.
And then also, you're in public.
I don't care.
So kids are going to be in public, just like you got a right to be there. They mama, daddy, whomever, they got a right to be there too. They paying customers just like you.
Like I said, there's certain places where kids shouldn't be in, and a nail salon is one of them if they're not getting service.
Depending on how you look at it.
Because, you got, because there was one time I went in there, the whole damn both couches. Where the hell am I supposed to sit waiting on my service? That's why I like now, there's appointment only, and by the time I get there, he's ready for me, and I ain't got to deal with that shit.
Right. That's why you take precautions so you don't have to deal with it. But the average does not have, it's not going to say, I got a 25-year-old son and I'm going to get my nails done and I got to take so-and-so with me. But when you're a full-blown, full throttle, baby, it's not that simple.
You'll figure it out.
It depends several situations where I, per se, had a job and couldn't get a babysitter so I couldn't go to work. So what make you think that it's so easy to get a babysitter to go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go get your feet done? It's not that simple.
It ain't about just that. I'm just saying you'll figure it out if you want to be there.
And me figuring it out. Come on, y'all, let's go.
But we ain't going to no party.
Go.
We ain't going to no party.
It depends on the party. Now, like I said, when it comes to the engagement, I agree. No kids allowed.
We ain't going to no party.
But if it's a housewarming, bring them.
No.
Bring them.
Not even
it's
that
a housewarming.
No, not even that either. No.
Like I said,
not in my crib you won't.
He has to. Sorry, she needs to compromise a little.
She did compromise.
She did. He got friends.
She did compromise on the guest list.
Right, the guest list. That's because those people don't have kids.
She did compromise on the guest list. She did compromise on the guest list because she did not want as many people as they had.
He can have his friends come.
Yeah, whatever. Because like I said, your friends ain't got to like me and I ain't got to like your friends.
Nobody said that you got to be friends
with and your friends ain't got to like me and I ain't got to like your friends.
Where did that come from?
So if they get mad because I don't want kids at my home, then they get mad.
These are his friends.
I don't care.
So it's not.
I don't care.
If
your
about
friends
her.
Get mad,
it's all about her.
I'm the one that's on display.
It's all about her.
If it's my engagement party,
It's y'all engagement.
If
party.
it's my engagement,
Y'all.
that's all about me. Because
Y'all
the wedding day is going to be all about me. So why would my
y'all
engagement
wedding.
party be all about
It's
me?
y'all.
Okay.
Not just one.
Okay.
Unless you marrying yourself, then it can be just one.
All right.
Because there it's gonna always be compromise in a
I didn't
real,
say it. See that's where you're getting mixed.
You're,
that's where. Wait a minute.
you
That's where
that you don't give a damn if his
you're
friends come.
getting it
That's
confused.
when you know.
That's where you're getting it confused because now you're making it seem like I'm just this complete asshole that has no hearts or feelings
No.
for the person. Yeah, you are.
No, I'm making it seem like exactly what you're saying. You don't give a damn whether who he wants to come, whether they come or not, because they got kids. That's what you said. That is literally what you said.
I don't.
My point is
But at that point,
so she needs to marry herself.
That's not that. No, you can't say that either. She may be the type of person just like me that do not like your house being trampled through by a bunch of children because they bump into shit, they knock shit over, they want to touch
What's
shit.
What's wrong with setting rules
Keep
ahead
your
of time?
hands to yourself because you can set the rule all day long, but they're parents. It's the parents, not me or not you. It's the parent.
That's when you step to the parent. Hey,
no, that's when I'm gonna punch you in your goddamn face. Excuse my language. No. That's when I'm gonna punch you in your face. Because I told you before you got here, keep your kids in line.
It's compromise.
Excuse the language, y'all,
it's
but
compromise.
yeah.
You gotta compromise.
Cause see, you making it seem like that I have no heart, no soul, no nothing, and that's not the case at all.
No, I'm using exactly what you said. What you literally said was basically damn him. Because these are his friends, not your friends.
I said damn the friends.
But if he wants his friends there and they have kids, you should compromise with that because if
I'm saying that they can have a playland outside, that's compromising. But you're basically wait a minute. You're basically still telling me, no, now you're treating them like animals. No, I'm not treating them like animals.
A porta potty. They can't come in.
A porta potty was a damn joke. I'm just saying, you gonna play outside. You're not gonna be running in and out.
Understand.
So that's a compromise then.
Didn't I say put the rules in place at first?
So is that not a compromise? But you're saying that I'm not compromising. But when I said
contradicting yourself.
No, because you said that there was no compromise. But I had already said that they can have a tent outside. But you jumped down my throat because I said they can have a tent outside.
But can't come in with a porta potty. They're kids.
God damn it! Even if it was an adult party, if I don't want nobody in my house, I'll put a porta potty outside.
So what's the point of having it at the house?
Shit!
If you don't want people in the house, why have it at the house? I will put a porta
potty outside for the adults too. So there, how about that?
So why have it at the house? Why not have
because
it?
Because he wanted to turn it into a housewarming party. Because if it would have stayed, it's not a housewarming party. Because they just moved into the house, just got engaged at Christmas. My house isn't ready. So we will put a tent outside. And it will just be an engagement party with porta potties outside because you're not going in my house because it's not ready for show.
But that's not what it said though.
If he had,
we're going off of what it said, and we're going off of what we were originally talking about. We're not making it up in our head. We're going off of what she literally said.
Okay.
We're never going to agree.
No, because
I believe that
kids are not meant to be everywhere. Adults are.
True.
That's just that.
That I agree with. Like I said, if it was just the engagement, that's one thing. But because hubby has family or friends that can't make it back down for a housewarming.
Whose fault is that?
What do you mean? He wants those people there.
But if my house ain't ready,
then why are you having it at the house? That's not what she said though.
But she didn't say it, but still. No. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. And I ain't gonna keep going back and forth with it. No.
Yeah.
No. Here's a response to it. Not the asshole. You already both agreed on no kids. It was inevitable that someone would ask for their kids to be allowed to come anyway. That's the way it works more often than not. There's no point to agreeing to no kids if you fold at the first challenge to that. Thank you.
Regardless.
Thank you.
Regardless.
He agreed to no kids at first.
Yes.
So
he agreed to it.
And
did not realize that
expect her to change her mind.
His closest friends.
And then expect her to change her mind. Bull crap. Bull man. Bull tookie.
No, I per se would compromise with it. I definitely would. I don't have a big issue with kids. I just don't like the cussing and the acting grown. I don't mind a kid being a kid. Point blank period. So the only time that you know me, you've been knowing me for I don't know how many years. So therefore, if you know, the only time my kids can't come is when I have my parties. When I have my parties, that's when my kids can't come. Other than that, my kids are with me.
Don't do it.
Regardless of where I go.
Don't do it.
Unless it's somewhere that has age restrictions.
Don't do it.
If it's age restricted, yeah, they can't go. And that will always be pre-planned.
Nope.
But now that when my kids were younger, hell no, I could hardly find a babysitter. Let alone somebody to keep them while I run out of town somewhere. No. You can't trust people. So I'm with the husband. Or fiance at the end of the day. I'm with you. If these is my closest friends, they coming. Now you may get mad, you may get shitty, that's on you. I don't, just like you don't care, I don't care.
Nope.
So would he be wrong to still invite them with his kids? Why?
Yep. Because he's going against what we've already discussed.
But he didn't obviously didn't know everything.
Well, if these are your, well, wait a minute. No, you cannot say. Obviously, he didn't know, because if these were his friends, then he knew damn well that they had kids. So why did he open his mouth and agree with no kids in the beginning, and then want to go back and change his mind? Bullshit.
Listen,
you a narcissistic asshole who thinks that just because
shit happened.
No, because
shit
you shouldn't have opened your mouth.
I've been there.
You should not have opened your mouth and agreed with no kids in the first place, and then want to go back and change the rules. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
If life was cut and dry like that, baby,
you can't do that. You can't do that.
Lovely.
You can't do that.
We could plan everything out,
and then get mad because I still want to go with the original plan of no kids.
No one said actually getting mad, but you can't be mad if he also tell his friends to come on with that kid.
No. And then you, your friends, and their kids stay the hell away from me. Sorry.
Whew. All I can say, honey, good luck. Good luck on that one.
That's why I say that I do not want a man with young children, because I can't do it.
See, my reason for not wanting a man with kids is completely different. I just don't want the baby.
I don't want to deal with the baby mama. I don't want to deal with none of that, and I don't want a man with young kids. I don't.
I don't mind you having kids. I just don't want.
I didn't say I minded you having kids. I just don't want them to be young kids. Teenagers, okay, I can deal with. That's fine, because they in their phones, they in their games, they doing whatever. But little ones, no, can't.
Yeah, no.
I'll keep you at arm's length at all times.
I don't mind.
I ain't no.
I don't mind the kids, the babies, the toddlers. They cute. They fun. I like to play with them. It's them teenagers that I got a problem with.
Get mad at me all you want to, but look
I don't like the teenagers.
But look where that got you.
That was baby mama. That wasn't kids. It's different.
But look where that got you. For not minding a man with young kids.
It wasn't the kids. It was the baby
But still.
It's a difference.
I ain't dealing with that. No.
What did I say? I didn't say I didn't want a man because of the kids. I said I don't want a man with kids that got that baby mama drama. It's a difference. The baby mama will cause the problem. It's not and was not the kids.
Not all. It's not always the baby mama either. It's not all. And I'm right in that situation. Yes, it was, but it's not always the baby mama.
But that's why I don't want a man with kids because of baby mamas, not because of the kids. Kids come over, honey.
Because some of these damn kids will get shit started too.
Yeah, some will. But I've never had that experience. Nope. My one experience was the baby mama. Mm-mm. And I meant that. And that's exactly what it was. It wasn't the kids. The kids love me to death. It's the baby mama. Mm-mm. That's why I don't want a man with kids.
I don't want none at all. Because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that mess. I don't want to deal with your kids running through my house, thinking they can come on my house and do whatever the hell they want to, tearing shit up, and and then your baby mama get mad because I said something to your child. Well, don't bring them to my house. If I can't say nothing to your child while they in my house, don't bring them to my house.
Do you not think that? So, okay, my question, since we're talking about this, kids. I know you don't like kids. Point blank period. I know. I've been doing that.
Stop saying that I don't like kids, because that's not the real case.
How you want to put it? How would you put it?
It's a certain. I'm not saying that I don't like kids. So stop saying that, because I work with kids. I work in a facility with kids, and I'm not trying to have this shit go against me with my job. So stop saying that I don't like kids. My problem with children is I don't do busybodies, unruly, and all of that. Sit your ass down. If you're going in the store, running all through the clothes, all of that, and flipping up under things like that, that's the kind of stuff that I don't like. I can tolerate kids if they know how to act.
Okay, so when you were a kid, did you 100% listen?
I did whatever, but my mama also would knock my ass out.
Point blank period.
Did you listen? But if I didn't, my mama would knock my ass out.
Did you listen?
These parents today do not.
We're not talking about the parents.
That
We're
shit
talking
is
about
funny
the kids
and
being the
cute
kids.
when they kids is out here doing all of this cussing. Social media, that's all they do.
You just turned it. We were talking about
and
kids.
I told you, my mama would knock my damn head off if I didn't.
That didn't answer the question. The question was, when you were a kid,
I don't know what the hell I did as a kid. I'm 46 years old. I don't know what the hell I did. How about that?
Well, we know you didn't.
What? When I was a teenager. No, you're 10 years younger than me, so
you
don't know nothing. You don't know nothing what I did as a kid.
Oh, I do. I have a mother.
But
that is also your
mama is not going to tell you that I was an unruly child.
I didn't say that you were unruly, but the question was, did you always listen? When your mama tell you to sit down and shut up, did you always listen?
And if I didn't, I got my head knocked off.
That didn't answer
and if I didn't, I got my head knocked off.
It's still.
If I didn't, I got my head knocked off. And if I didn't, I got. And I'm telling you, if I didn't, I got my head.
And I understand.
So if when the problem is when that got my damn head knocked off, that taught me next time don't do it. But as a child, like I said, I am 46 years old.
Right.
I did not become a smart ass, a smart mouth to my mama until I got in my teens.
We're not talking about the mouth. We're talking about listening, doing things.
I did not listen. I did not start that until I got in my teens. So how about that? And I'm 46 years old.
That's being the teen. That's an adolescent.
What I'm saying is I didn't do it as a child.
So you were a great child. You never got in trouble for not listening. That's basically what I'm hearing.
I'm calling my mama.
Hello?
Ma, let me ask you a question. How was I as a little girl? Not teenager, smart mouth. A little girl.
You was alright. But you was very playful. And you was mindful and
What else?
talkative all the time.
Did I listen? Was I hard headed?
Not really.
So, Auntie Janice,
No.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So when Lynn was a kid, okay, because we're having a conversation right now. So when Lynn was a kid, because we're talking about kids being kids, right? When Lynn was a kid, when you told Lynn to sit down and be quiet or whatever, did she 100% listen all the time?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. But were there times where she did not? Where Lynn actually was being a kid? Did Lynn be a kid? That's what I want to know.
Let me put it. Lynn was very. I don't know. Lynn has always been into television and stuff like that when Lynn was a kid. Lynn didn't do much of nothing. You know, we went to the drive-in and stuff like that. Lynn was always mindful. She didn't give me a lot of problems. Just her mouth. Lynn had a smart mouth all her life.
Okay.
I just.
Had a smart. But for discipline her, I didn't have to whip her as much as I didn't have to whip Lynn a lot. Lynn just didn't. I don't know. She was very to herself a lot, and I didn't have to whip her a lot. But Lynn, she was mindful. Lynn didn't get into much trouble like that. But just her mouth.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. But I just want to give you. I just want to let you know we was doing a show, and the conversation got a little heated about me, how I was as a child, and I had to call and actually put it on speaker so Brittany can hear that I was mad because she talking about how much she done heard stories from her mama. No, you haven't.
She basically tells she's okay. So the thing is on kids being kids, Auntie Janice. Let me just put it like that. Kids being kids. She don't want kids to play, run, be kids. You feel me? So with this is the topic. Kids being kids, and then setting ground rules for kids, even though kids gonna be kids, right? So you tell a kid to sit down. 99.9% of the time, do they always listen?
Not all the time, but I mean, you know, I didn't have to force her to do anything. I say stop, whatever, she stopped. You know, she didn't give me a lot of trouble until she started getting older. And if she didn't give me trouble then, it was just her mouth.
Just the mouth. As a teenager, yeah. We know that.
As a teenager, it was her mouth. Because, you know, I don't know, they didn't really because they was in the house at 9 o'clock. They didn't get to stay out late. They know to be in the bed at 9 o'clock. They were in the house at 9 o'clock. They had to be.
We had a bedtime.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, yeah, we had a bedtime.
Yeah, they had a bedtime.
And I mean, not bedtime laying in the bed watching TV. No, TV off, lights off in the bed.
Yeah. They had to be in the bed. Because even though they stayed in the neighborhood, I didn't allow them to go too many places. They played down the street, but when it started getting dark, they don't come on in the house. I called them to come home. They friends go. They didn't, you know, I didn't allow a lot of kids to play in front of my house. I hate, and they knew that. I come home, they know somebody was here. They better get gone because I didn't like kids playing in my yard. I didn't like that. I didn't like a bunch of kids staying at the house. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
You didn't want your shit tore up.
Right. Only one that I don't see a lot was Tamika.
Why you are like that? Yep.
Tamika, you know, was always up. You know, when she come over here, that was the only one that I really put up with was Tamika.
And my homeboy David.
Yeah, David. David could stay over here all day. Because I fed David. David was over here all day.
David was the first boy that was ever allowed in my room.
And I allowed David over here all the time. Because I don't know, David was disrespectful. But these kids, if they go home, Landon was in the house at 9 o'clock.
conversation was going to be on the show because
I made them come 9 o'clock. They was in the house.
yeah, I just had because I didn't want to make it seem like that I was a perfect child, and
She wasn't perfect now. See, her mouth was her downfall, her mouth. So that was the only thing that I
because I that's why I called because just like I said, I didn't start with the unruliness until I became a teenager. As a child, I don't really think that I was like that, like some of these kids are now.
Because I didn't allow a lot of kids in the house. That was something they knew better. Michael didn't even do that. I didn't even allow. When I come home, it's time for them kids to go home. When I come home from work, Michael didn't knew not to have nobody at my house, and they knew I meant that. Don't have nobody here when I'm not here. And Ralph, all of them, they knew I didn't like that. I did not like, and I'm still like that. I used to get on there, they sit out there in front of the house in cars. They know I hated that. I hated that. Don't sit in front of my house. Don't sit in my driveway.
She used to get on us, boy. When I used to pull up in the middle of the night, be sitting out there. Turn that music down. Y'all need to go somewhere.
At a certain time, just like Prince, get out of my house. I get up, they still here. Man knows you better get them out of here because I'm going to tell you it's time for y'all to go. It's time for you to go.
Okay.
At a certain time, I didn't like them sitting up in my house. In my house, when I'm in the bed, your company got to go. Because you ain't sitting up in here all night.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to get clear.
She wasn't no, she didn't start getting, she didn't get bad. Let's put it like that. Only thing, like I said, because Jay was the same way, and I could tell Jay, the only thing I like about you is your smart mouth.
Okay.
And the man just had a smart mouth. And then when I say do something, she didn't mind. She knew I was coming after her.
And that's exactly what I just said. That if I didn't do it, I got my head knocked off in between the washer and the dryer if you told me to do something and I didn't do it. Now these kids and these parents, they ain't doing that.
No.
I was running that time.
On average.
Mama, we've already discussed that story. Okay, we gotta get rid.
Tell about the time when you got to get the part out to put your tail and then you grab my belt.
Mama, look, that was what this show was about. We over our hour anyway.
She's talking about whoopings now.
We over the hour.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you that Michael was my provider too. Michael kept them, helped me keep them in line. Michael didn't play that either. Michael didn't play them get smart with me. Now, Michael didn't do that till I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't know what happened. They wasn't like that.
Okay.
They wasn't like that. Because I wasn't playing with them.
All right. Well, thank you. So now you may not have been seen, but you was on the show. So get ready to be actually seen.
You said, I know you didn't put that on that show.
Mama, we were live.
She gonna kill you. She gonna kill you.
Love you.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye.
Bye.
She's going to murder you. I'm nowhere on the scene when you go see her. Nowhere on the scene. I'm not being a part of that. I am not. I'm sorry.
Well,
I didn't do it.
I just had to show proof because I didn't want nobody to think, you thought she was just a perfect child. No, that's not what it was. But I knew deep down that I wasn't anything like these kids are today. And like she said, if my mama told me to do something, I did it.
Yeah.
Or I got my head knocked off, which is what I was saying.
Yeah, and I agree with that because, I mean, I've been there too. Several times.
This conversation got a little more heated than what we expected it to be, but for those
I didn't get heated for me.
that watched, thank you God for sticking with us tonight. But yeah, we are, I think, we're really over our hour
what
tonight.
Where are we at?
Yeah, this one ain't recording it. So it's showing me where it's at, but I know we're over our hour. But yeah, this one, I may have to go back in. That those that watched it live, you saw it all unfold. but some things I may go back in and edit out. But
Really?
I doubt it. I doubt it. But I think this Wednesday, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Might be a good one.
Yeah, you are the asshole today.
I don't think I'm the asshole, but no, and I don't think she was either. So I'm going with not the asshole. But yeah.
It's still some compromise there.
Not the asshole. Neither was she, and I don't think I am either. So yeah, we will probably be. I don't know if we're gonna go live.
Nope, it's gonna be a pre-record. Probably all Saturdays is probably gonna be a pre-record until I get fully situated, moved, and all of that. I got a lot going on, so most of them gonna be pre-recorded.
Well, what about the Saturdays that we decide? Because we still need to get our calendar together for May and June.
Yeah, definitely gotta figure that out.
Especially when because most of the stuff is gonna be on weekends. If we're gonna be out, doing stuff out during the events and stuff.
I gotta try to get a schedule together, because right now, trying to get basically 3 households moved, getting ready for a Japan trip. It's a lot going on for me.
We got to come up with this calendar because, we got to have more content than just sitting in front of a camera and talking next door. So, if we want to, keep the followers up and keep them interested,
that's why I said I'm gonna have to sit down and see how I'm gonna plan this out, because I got a lot coming up within a month, a little over a month, about a month and a half. There's a lot.
We'll figure it out. We won't leave y'all hanging, we promise. But we're gonna put it into Am I the Asshole Wednesday.
Yes.
So thank you guys. Sorry for, we're going to put the disclaimer on the language. Sorry for the language, but you know how some people do. They get a little excited and certain words fly that shouldn't fly. But, when, it's just showing some excitement in the conversation. But anyway, yes, thank you for watching. And we will see y'all. Like she said, Saturday will be another pre-recorded video. But it'll still be the same, the Shiznit Saturday.
Yes.
But yeah, we will see y'all then. Have a good night. And as always, stay bougie.